Don't miss any content. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.
Hey guys, welcome back to Sahara Football as usual. I am your host Selassie Fiawe. So today we're going to have a look at an interesting interview Michael Essien of all people had with his club side in Nordsjaelland. We all know Michael Essien recently started working with FC Nordsjaelland. He's earning his coaching badges with them, and in this extensive lengthy interview which was on Nordsjaelland's YouTube page, I will leave a link to that description for you. It's a lengthy 45-minute interview which I have broken down into 15 minutes here. We're going to watch. Basically Essien talks about his role as FC Nordsjaelland, some of the struggles he himself had as a player. He also talks about the fact that he almost didn't become a footballer. We'll have a look at that one as well. It's quite an interesting story. He talks about his idols. He talks about the fact that he is the only player who has not been beaten by Lionel Messi before. I think they've met 8 times, and he didn't even know about it. He was only told recently when he was at Nordsjaelland. It's quite interesting interview, which I'll leave the full link to it for you. But let's watch this part, 15 minutes of this interview that he had with FC Nordsjaelland about his playing career, his life in general, and everything about Michael Essien. Let's go have a look at that interview. Michael Essien here talking basically about a whole lot of things, his club, what he's doing at FC Nordsjaelland, and what he hopes to achieve with the club FC Nordsjaelland.
Then evaluate how the session goes and stuff like that. So yeah, that's been my day since I came.
To come out and put cones out and listen to plan sessions.
Well, I tell you what, now I understand why some of the coaches, they get mad when the players are messing up the session, because you know they have to come in very early, plan everything before the players come. I mean, when you're a player, you only come like 30 or 1 hour before the training. Then after you have another few hours, then you go home. But the coaches stays for longer. They come in early and leave late.
Like, do you have like a favorite or a couple of most surprising experiences that football has taken you to that you never thought, hey, like, what is this guy? How am I even here doing this now?
Yes, I've been to a few places. Like when I was in Indonesia. I mean, we went to this village to play. I mean, it took us 24 hours to get there.
24 hours to get to a village? Are you serious? In the same country?
And can you imagine? And it's the same country.
It took you 24 hours.
24 hours. I mean, I could go back and forth to London and back, and But I mean, it was for me. It was enjoyable. I took. It was another experience in my career to see different places and how different people live and their lives and stuff like that.
So you took 24 hours to get to the game. Mm-hmm. What was it like when you got there?
No, we went 3 days before the game. So, I mean, it took us 24 hours. So we get there, we need some rest, and then we start training. But I mean, we took everything you can think of, bus, train, aeroplanes, everything to get to that village. But I mean, it was nice. I kind of enjoyed the experience there.
Somebody told me that one time there's a game that the players have to take a tank or something, the army or something, to even get. This sounds crazy. No,
I mean, that's when I was in Indonesia, when we were playing against our biggest rivals from Jakarta. They are called Persija. I mean, it gets very rough. So they don't even call the police; they call the army. And we have to France. I couldn't speak the language, So for me, that would be the hardest part. And obviously, the only thing I could eat is rice and chicken. But that food side, it didn't kind of bother me at all. But it was the language bit, because I mean, once I'm on the pitch, I'm happy, with my teammates, training and playing. But then they have to find me a professor, a teacher who can teach me the language. And so after every training session, I'll have like another 2-3 hours, learning the language, the French language. And after 6-7 months, I could practically understand everything. So.
And how you've seen it now that you've been around them?
I mean, it is very unique, and what Right to Dream is doing, not many people can do it. I mean, it's not only about football. They help other kids to master their educations and stuff like that, and also, obviously, they bring in a lot of young boys from Africa. So it's good, and Right to Dream is giving them everything. If you want to play football, they will help you develop your game. If you want to, follow academical level, they will help you as well. So it's very fantastic thing they are doing, and as I said, not many people will do that. So because simple, sharing my experience with them, advising them where they need to, and trying to where they are quite weak, try to improve, help them improve in those aspects as well. And also, as I said, it's another transition in my career. So doing that, I'm learning as well. So for the boys, they have everything. Everything is in their disposal, and they have to take good advantage of it and make good use of it.
And what would it have been like at a young age if you would have been able to have access and learn from them like these guys for you?
I don't know. I don't really have someone in particular, but I love footballers in general, and we have a lot of footballers like you mentioned, MIDFIELDERs, Tony Boys, and Essien and them lot. We see them on TV, and we want to be like them one day, and obviously we watch a lot of European football as well, and the likes of Zidane and them lot. So, and me being a midfielder, I used to love a few midfielders actually, Patrick Vieira, Paul Scholes, Roy Keane, they had guys, Edgar Davies and them lot. So you see them playing, you try to pick one or two things from them, and you add it to your game. Yeah.
What would it have been, what do you think, we don't know, but how do you think it could have affected you or impacted your career if you had a Vieira or come and talk to you, and give you advice like this? Because this is the same here.
Actually, I played against him and he did, actually. But, I just have to listen to what he says and, take a few words from it. And obviously, I was lucky enough to play with Makelele as well. One of the big legends in the game. And, so I've been lucky enough to, play with and against some big legends in the game.
Like when somebody calls you a legend, how does this feel?
To be honest, I don't know. I don't know how to react to it, because most of the time I say my name is Michael. There's no legend attached to my name, but you can, as you said, it's your opinion. You can change people's opinion, innit? So you just have to embrace it and say thank you.
Been at a club in Denmark. How do you maintain being humble, for one? How do you do it? And why is it important to you to be humble? Because you don't have to be.
Well, I don't. It's not like I do it on purpose. It's just the way I am. It's just my character. Probably the way I was raised, and I've always been the reserved one. Unless those who really know me, they know. I'm a bit chatty with them. But apart from that, when I'm out, I'm very quiet. When I don't really know people, I just say hello and stay in my corner. For me, it was all about football. I just want to play football, and my dream is to come to Europe and have a better football. And that was it. I didn't know I was going to win Champions League, or I didn't know. I knew about Champions League in 1993 when Marseille won. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know. And back then I know there's a big game. It was after the game they explained to me, hey, this is Champions League. I didn't even know. I didn't even know what was that. I knew there was a big game going on. There's a final. I didn't even watch it. Back then in the village you don't even have TV. So, and then later part there, Marseille say they won Champions League. Oh, okay. They beat Milan. Yeah. When the call came, it was later actually, because back.
Okay, so this is the interesting part I would like you to pay attention to. He speaks about the fact that he almost did not become a footballer. Yes, this is very, very strange. You hear it from the man himself. Let's have a listen to him speak on that exactly. He almost didn't become a footballer.
Then we didn't really have mobile phones in them. So, and I told my mom I'm not going. And she said, why? I said, they will keep you there for a year plus. Then they will bring in the young ones who are playing in the Premier League in Ghana to come and take your place. So I don't think I'm gonna go. Oh, she said, okay, you know better than me. So anyway, I continue. I was at home for like a month, and then Sly Tete came, one of my mentors, and then she actually came to visit my mom, and I was there. And he was angry. So, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be in Winneba. And I said, I know, but I told my mom I'm not going. He said, are you mad? He put me in the car straight to Winneba. So I was the last to report. So anyway, I got there and I knew that's when I knew this is going to be serious. I have to be serious. But back days I didn't even like training. But everything changes when I went to Winneba with the national under-17s. Yeah. And I was the only player who kept his position from day one to the last day. Because we have many people coming through every week. At least 6-7 players will go home, and the same week another 7 will come. We were about more than 50, and you know how it's like. I was the only player who kept my place from the very first day I arrived. So a lot of people knows about the stats, because me, I just play football and that's it. The other day, our coach Fleming was asking me. He told me I'm the only player who never lost against Messi. I didn't even know. So he said, well, I played him 8 times or so. 8 times, yeah. 4 or 5 wins in the draw. The rest is draw. So I was like, okay.
Did you play them at Lyon? Did you play them at Lyon as well, or just Chelsea? Because I remember that Chelsea, Messi couldn't score against you guys.
So apparently I'm the only player who never lost against him. So it's another stat.
you should phone him. you never beat him.
It was quite interesting. I didn't even know. I've never heard anything like that before.
I didn't even know that. You talked about Fleming. It's interesting. So
there's a whole lot of reason why I'm here. I mean, as I said before, I'm in this transition in my career, learning about the coaching aspect of the game. And obviously, Right to Dream and FC Nordsjaelland gave me this huge opportunity. Not many people who have this opportunity to come in here and learn and see how they do things here. you know, and obviously I know Tom. I've been speaking with Tom for many years ago. So yeah, I decided to come. And so I came. I met the staff, the players, and everyone was very lovely, you know, with me, and everyone is willing to help. And I mean, Fleming he's an amazing coach, amazing manager, and you know, he allows me to, you know, voice some opinions and ask for my opinions and stuff like that. So I mean, I cannot turn this big opportunity down. You know, it's something I'm learning to in my next step in my career. So.
You know, it's funny you speak so highly of Fleming. Obviously, you played with Ancelotti, you've played with Mourinho, Would you say that maybe football world is missing on a big opportunity for coaches from Africa? Because the knowledge, if you understand the knowledge of football that we have in Africa, the passion as fans all the way to the skill as players, do you think they're missing out on not encouraging or not allowing more opportunities for African coaches or African players to make that transition into coaching, into management, into technical directors, all of that?
Well, I don't think is them giving them the chances. What the players are willing to do. I mean, as I said before, not many will even make that transition into coaching. It's just recently start changing. So as I said, who knows? We have to keep pushing, and hopefully the changes will come.
Wow, so that was quite a lengthy interview. Interesting things I picked up there from Michael Essien. Interesting part for me specifically was about the fact that he almost didn't get to play football. Alaji Slide Tetel, blessed memory. He's one of the main figureheads that discovered players like Asamoah Gyan. He was instrumental in making sure Michael Essien got to the under-17 training camp, which he admits, if not for that, we wouldn't have had a player like Michael Essien. He also spoke about that stat he has with Messi, and he hasn't lost a game against Messi. He's the only player to do that ever. It was quite an interesting interview. He talked about his daily routine as a coach now and how different it feels like to be doing that now from being a player. 24-hour travel that they had in Indonesia to a game inside the same country was quite interesting. Talked about the difficulty being in language when he went to Bastia at first. The food too, he had only one particular food he was eating. Talks about the role he is playing at Nordsjaelland right now, and the opportunity Right to Dream is giving youngsters across Africa amazing opportunities. Kamaldeen, one of our people, is also enjoying that. Doesn't have specific role models, but he has players he used to admire. And the feeling to be called a legend is one that he just says thank you to. This guy is really down to earth and humble. He says he doesn't do it intentionally, but that's just the way he is. It was quite great to see hear from Michael Essien and get a few insights on him. It was an interesting interview here. Lengthy, but worth every minute of it. Let me know your thoughts on this new discovery you have had of Michael Essien in the comments box. That has been it for today. Looking at this amazing interview Essien had with FC and Nordsjaelland, where he's currently earning his coaching badges. Quite great insights from the man himself. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your day.